Drive down any Nevada street in Las Vegas, Reno, or Henderson and count the Shell stations. That corner station where you get coffee every morning is closing next year. The one by your kid's school will be gone. The truck stop you use for California trips is being shut down permanently. Shell is closing over 1,000 gas stations across America, and they are doing it by ripping out pumps, locking doors, and walking away. 500 stations closed in 2024, and another 500 are set to close in 2025. Nevada is getting destroyed because we have one of the highest concentrations of Shell stations per capita in America. The state has over 1,000 Shell locations, making it the third biggest chain here. From the Vegas Strip to Highway 50, from Reno suburbs to tribal lands, Shell stations are everywhere. But that is changing. They are abandoning Nevada to chase electric vehicle charging that nobody here wants or needs. Only 3% of vehicles in Nevada are electric. 3%. Yet Shell is abandoning 97% of drivers to chase that tiny fraction. This is corporate insanity at its worst. Shell CEO Wael Sawan told investors that they are focusing on what he calls the energy transition. The company bought Volta, an electric vehicle charging company, for $169 million. They are planning 70,000 charging stations by 2025 and 200,000 charging stations by 2030. That might work great for Silicon Valley, but this is Nevada. Summer heat hits 115 degrees Fahrenheit in Las Vegas and 110 degrees Fahrenheit in Reno, which damages electric vehicle batteries and cuts range by 40%. A 300-mile Tesla becomes a 180-mile liability. Nobody wants that when they are crossing the desert. Our power grid is already failing, with rolling brownouts every July and August because it cannot handle air conditioning loads. Add 1 million electric vehicles all plugging in at 6 in the evening when everyone gets home, and you have complete system failure. Vegas has 200 Shell stations, serving millions of tourists and locals. When Shell pulls out, where does everyone fuel up? The remaining stations can't handle that volume. 20 Shell pumps get replaced by 5 Chevron stations and 3 Arco stations, serving the same number of drivers with 1/4 of the capacity. You'll see lines stretching into streets and road rage incidents escalating. Gas prices are already up 30% in Nevada. When Shell closes and competition disappears, there is nothing stopping the remaining stations from price gouging. $5 per gallon becomes $7, then $10, because they can charge whatever they want. Rural Nevada is completely screwed. Highway 50, America's loneliest road, has Shell stations that are the only fuel for 100 miles. Towns like Tonopah, Ely, Austin, and Goldfield depend on these stations for survival. Tom Richards runs the Goldfield Shell and has been there 32 years, following his father. He says if he closes, the nearest gas is 70 miles in either direction. Elderly residents cannot make that trip. Emergency vehicles rely on us, ambulances and fire trucks. The town literally cannot survive without fuel. The Moapa Paiutes Reservation has 1 station, and it is a Shell. The next option is 35 miles across desert. Older vehicles cannot make 70-mile round trips, leaving people stranded on their own land. Each Shell station employs 8 to 12 people, cashiers, managers, mechanics, all real Nevadans with families and mortgages. That is 10,000 jobs disappearing. Maria Gonzalez managed the Sahara Avenue Shell for 18 years, starting as a cashier and working her way up. She knows every regular customer. She says they called on Friday and said we are closing Monday. 18 years of service, and I got 0 severance, no transfer offer, absolutely nothing. Every Shell supports an entire ecosystem: food trucks, newspaper delivery, windshield repair vans, Girl Scouts selling cookies. All that economic activity dies when the station closes. Franchise owners are getting destroyed. Nevada Shells are franchises, meaning small business owners invested their life savings. Rick Patterson put $400,000 into his North Vegas franchise 5 years ago, using retirement savings and his kids' college funds. He says Shell told him they are not profitable enough for their spreadsheets. Even though he is making good money, they are taking his license and his family's entire future is gone. These owners cannot just switch to Chevron or another brand because everything must be rebuilt. Different tanks, different pumps, different systems. That costs millions, so bankruptcy is the only option. Interstate 80 truckers are panicking because the highway carries everything America buys, and truckers plan their routes around Shell stops in Fernley, Lovelock, Winnemucca, and Battle Mountain. Bobby Chen drives from Los Angeles to Salt Lake weekly. He explains Lovelock Shell is his halfway point where he sleeps for mandatory rest, showers after 12 hours, and gets a real meal. If that closes, his whole route is screwed and he loses 3 hours finding alternatives. Vegas airport rental cars are in trouble because Enterprise, Hertz, and Avis all have Shell contracts for bulk fuel at massive discounts. When those contracts end, rental prices will jump 20 to 30%. Vegas casinos partner with Shell for rewards programs, Caesars gas rewards, and MGM fuel points. Those partnerships become worthless, giving tourists another reason to choose Phoenix or Denver instead. Clark County School District runs 800 buses with fixed diesel contracts at Shell for $3 a gallon. When Shell closes, they will pay spot prices of $4.50 or $5, pulling millions from classroom budgets. Paradise Valley Fire Chief Michael Roberts explains the crisis. He says Shell is our fuel reserve. During the Red Rock fire, we refueled 20 engines there, plus water tenders and bulldozers. If that closes, we cannot guarantee fire response capability. People will die. Highway patrol response times are failing because troopers fuel at Shell. When those stations close, they will drive 15 miles out of their patrol zones for gas, spending 30 minutes not patrolling. That means drunk drivers do not get caught and speeders do not get stopped. Nevada's gold mines, Barrick, Newmont, Kinross, have Shell commercial contracts for millions of gallons monthly. When those contracts end, they will pay spot prices, forcing mines to lay off workers or shut down entirely. Shell shows pretty pictures of electric vehicle stations with solar panels, but the reality is 2 charging ports replacing 20 gas pumps. That means 90% capacity gone overnight. Even if everyone got electric vehicles tomorrow, the math does not work. Charging takes 30 minutes, while gas takes 5 minutes. 20 pumps serve 200 cars per hour, but 2 chargers serve 4. It is infrastructure collapse by design. Small towns like Searchlight only exist because travelers stop for gas. When Shell closes, nobody stops, which means restaurants close, motels close, and entire towns die. Sandy Valley, Good Springs, Moapa Valley, Blue Diamond, they are all facing the same fate. Environmental cleanup is a ticking bomb. Every closed station needs remediation, tank removal, and contamination cleanup for benzene, lead, and MTBE. Each site costs millions. Shell says franchisees should pay. Franchisees say Shell should pay, so lawsuits will drag on while contamination spreads. Nevada's massive veteran population is getting screwed because many work at stations with flexible schedules for VA appointments and understanding about PTSD issues. Now they are unemployed with no comparable options. Food marts inside stations employ thousands more at Subway, Del Taco, and convenience stores. They are all closing when the stations shut down, creating another unemployment wave. January 2025 started the massacre. Stations closed without warning. On Monday morning, padlocks were on doors. No explanation, just gone. Prime corner lots now sit empty, becoming homeless camps and drug dealing spots while property values crash. Henderson's losing 3 Shell stations within 2 miles on Eastern Avenue, creating a fuel desert for 320,000 people who will drive 5 extra miles just to find gas, burning fuel to find fuel. Northern Nevada ranchers are facing disaster because Shell diesel terminals are closing along with stations. These are not just pumps, but distribution centers. Cattle operations need thousands of gallons each week, and without terminals, there is no diesel. That means ranches shut down, and beef prices explode. Mechanics are losing their parts supply because Shell stocks oil, filters, and belts for quick runs. When that supply closes, mechanics are ordering online with 3-day shipping, leaving cars unrepaired. Reno is different from Vegas, with California overflow, Tahoe tourists, and ski traffic. The McCarran and Virginia stations are vital, and both have closure rumors. Fuel chaos is coming. The Summerlin to Strip commute has 3 Shell stations on the route, and all 3 are closing. That adds 20 minutes each way to find gas, 3 hours each week, 12 hours each month, all wasted time. Shell made billions from Nevada over decades of profit, but they found something new: electric vehicles and carbon credits, so they are abandoning working Nevadans. These stations have operated since the 50s, with 3 generations of families stopping at the same pump, the same cashier knowing their names, their kids, their coffee orders. These are community spots being destroyed. Industry insiders say it is actually 1,500 stations, maybe 2,000. Shell is lowballing numbers for stock protection. Every Nevada Shell station could be gone by 2027. Your routine is ending. That yellow Shell sign you have relied on for 20 years will be gone. Your convenient commute location is closing. Your late-night option is vanishing. Rich Summerlin residents buy Teslas while poor North Vegas gets nothing. No stations, no jobs, no options, just abandoned buildings and longer drives for everything. Nevada is not California or Portland. We are not ready for electric vehicles. Our infrastructure cannot support them. Our climate destroys electric vehicle batteries, and our geography requires gas. Shell does not care. They are leaving anyway. The Shell apocalypse is happening right now, today. Stations are closing while you read this. Next Christmas, Nevada will be completely different. Finding gas will be a daily struggle. Fuel will cost whatever they decide to charge, towns will die, and jobs will disappear forever.